Hi, Paige. We'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll get started with today's lesson.
I don't know how it works. I'm just asking. How come your camera's not on?
Okay, we will go ahead and get started, and if anybody joins us, they join us. So, welcome to Zoo Week. This week we are focusing all on the zoo. So, my first question for you guys is, what is your favorite zoo animal?
The red pandas.
Red pandas? I prefer the tigers. When the Omaha Zoo had white tigers, those were my favorite.
The elephants.
You like the elephants? Well, that's great because elephants are what we are learning about today. So there are 3 different types of elephants. There is the Asian elephant, which has about 3 different subspecies under it of other elephants that kind of are related to it. And then you have the African elephant, African savanna elephant, and the African forest elephant. Now, all of those elephants, the Asian ones live in Asia, and the African elephants live in Africa, but also we have them in captivity in zoos in the United States. The African elephants usually live anywhere from 60 to 70 years, and the Asian elephant can live 80 years or longer. But that is while they're in the wild. When they're in captivity, they tend to have just a little bit shorter of a lifespan. So today I am going to show you guys an experiment, and we are going to make elephant toothpaste. Okay, so let me pull up my slideshow for you guys. Okay, so today we are doing elephant toothpaste experiment. With just a few ingredients, you can make something that looks like foamy toothpaste being squeezed from a tube. But this is so big that it could almost fit an elephant. So you guys don't need these materials. I was just showing you what it's all what you would use to make it. It is also on the website for Summer of Steam if you would want to make this at home with your parents. Make sure you have parental supervision while you're doing it if you do decide you would want to do this at home. But you use an empty plastic bottle. So I just grabbed a water bottle I had emptied. You use dry yeast, and then warm water, which you can just get out of your sink. Use liquid dish soap, 3% hydrogen peroxide. I've got my measuring cups and my measuring spoons. And then because hydrogen peroxide can irritate your eyes, it just suggests to use like safety glasses so that it doesn't bother your eyes if you have sensitive eyes. And then you either want to use a large tub or a tray, or like today, I'm going to do it in my bathroom sink. So that way if it makes a big mess, it's in the sink and it's an easy cleanup for me. And then if you want, you can also use liquid food coloring so that when it comes out, it's not just a white foam. You can get, it's almost look like toothpaste. So I have all my ingredients ready to go. I'm going to turn it so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. Okay, let's see. So first you start off with, you get half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. So I'm got my half a cup, got my hydrogen peroxide. Just gonna pour it into my half cup. So we'll pour this and carefully pour this into your cup. Okay, so that is carefully poured into my cup. I should probably make sure I put on my safety glasses. And then you're going to add a big squirt of dish soap. That should be good enough. And then if you do want to add the coloring to it, I grabbed some blue, or maybe this is green. I think it's blue. I grabbed some blue food coloring and you just put a couple drops to go down the side. There's one there. And then I didn't have red, I had pink at my house. So I'm gonna put a drop of pink food coloring down the other side just to give it a little color. Little color doesn't hurt anything. And then after you do that, you wanna take 1 tablespoon of the dry yeast. I put it in a cup to make it easier to pour out. And then you're going to add that into a measuring cup. And then I'm gonna move this bottle a second. I'm gonna get 3 tablespoons of warm water. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I got my warm water. And then you're supposed to stir it for about 30 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And then after you get it all stirred up, you're going to pour it into your bottle. So let's see how fast this reaction happens, guys. Look at that. Didn't get as colorful as I thought it would, but you can see it a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it. But that is elephant toothpaste. So now we're going to learn a little bit more about it. Take off my glasses. Okay, so why did we use hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide is usually used to clean cuts and scrapes, and it does that to kill bacteria. And it is liquid made from hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms. And when it is broken down, it turns into what was it? It turns into oxygen and water. This normally breaks down slowly, but you can make this reaction happen faster if you know how. So then we use the yeast, and this means that if you mix the yeast with hydrogen peroxide, the hydrogen peroxide rapidly breaks down into the water and oxygen gas, and the oxygen gas forms bubbles. These bubbles can usually escape from the liquid and pop. And when you add the dish soap, it helps add to the tension to get the bubbles trapped, and it helps you to create the foam. And then that foam makes it look like a giant bottle big enough for an elephant. So, let's see if I can show you guys again. So this is kind of what it looks like when it's all done, just all foamy and kind of all over the place. But I want to see what would happen. Clean this up a little bit. Clean up a little bit of the mess I've made so far. So it happens pretty fast, and it came out pretty full in this little bottle. But I also have a big Gatorade bottle. So we are going to try this again in the big Gatorade bottle. So you start with the half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. So we're going to pour that in. So that is in our mix. I'm going to put my safety glasses back on because I don't want this to irritate my eyes. And then we are going to, I'm going to open up another thing of, and go up with my scissors. I'm going to open up some more yeast because I'm going to need some more yeast to do this again. And then again, we're going to combine 1
It's so cold in my basement.
tablespoon of yeast. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to add the food coloring if you want to do food coloring. This time, I think we'll do a few more drops to see if we can get it, the color to show up a little bit more on this one, okay? So I added 2 drops of pink this time, and I'm gonna do 2 drops of blue. Okay, so we'll do the blue on this side. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my 3 tablespoons of warm water. So I'm gonna wait for it to get a little warmer this time. See if that helps. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then like I said, you gotta stir it for 30 seconds. So we're gonna stir. So while I'm stirring, what do you guys think will happen this time if we're using a little bit bigger of a container? What do you think is gonna happen?
It'll be bigger.
You think it'll be bigger? I don't know. Never tried it in a bigger container. We'll have to find out. Okay, so I got all of this mixed up. It's all good and mixed. Okay, you guys can see it, right? Can everybody see the experiment? Okay, let's pour it in and see what happens this time. It didn't come out. What do you think that is? Because we didn't use dish soap. Let's see what happens if we would add some now. Guys, see, I'll see that. Oh, colorful this time. I added more color. Okay, so few sciencey type questions for you. So when I didn't add the dish soap first, what happened, guys? Did it come out of the bottle right away? No, it didn't. See, so when you don't add the dish soap to help break down those gas molecules, it can't come out of the bottle because the reaction happens way too quickly. So you don't get to see the full result of it bubbling out of the water bottle, or the Gatorade bottle in this case. But when you add the dish soap, it helps to keep the reaction, take a little longer to get it done. It makes the reaction slow down. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to show you guys a few slides from another PowerPoint I made, because I did the Zoom at 1 today too. So let's share my screen again. We're just going to look at a few of these slides. We're not going to look at all of them. So a few things I want to talk to you guys about with elephants. We're going to talk about this stuff. Okay, so sleep for an elephant. So how many hours of sleep a night do you guys think you get?
Maybe like 9.
Like 9?
I 20 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Which I don't think is good for me because I'm.
Okay. So anybody else, how much sleep do you think you get at night?
I only get 4 hours.
24.
So
24
elephants
hours.
are most active at dusk and dawn. And in captivity, so like when they're in zoos and stuff, or at like elephant sanctuaries, adult elephants can sleep 4 to 6 hours a day. But when they're out in the wild, they rest for only about 2 hours. And if necessary, they can actually go several days without sleep. And baby elephants, so the infant elephants, often sleep they sleep very often, and they sleep in short intervals. And elephants can fall asleep while standing up, but if they want to get a really deep sleep, they have to lay down. And they prefer a soft space to lay when they're sleeping. Now, for like drinking water and stuff, elephants drink 30 to 50 gallons of water a day. Do you know how much? So you know how you get like a gallon of milk? You would have to drink 30 of those a day to drink as much water as an elephant drinks. Do you guys think you could do that? Can drink that much water? And when to drink the water, they have to use their trunks. They use it like a straw. And in their trunk, they can drop to 10 gallons of water at a time to drink. And then the babies, the calves, are dependent on their mother's milk until they're 2 years of age, but they will nurse until they're 3 or 4, and they drink up to 3 gallons of milk a day. So just imagine you drinking 3 gallons of milk a day. That'd be a lot of milk. Okay, so elephants have one of the most closely knit societies of any species. And families are led by the matriarch, which is the mom, who is usually the oldest female of the group. And related female elephants remain together all of their lives. Now, the family groups for the Asian elephants, they usually have 6 to 7 family members, and the African elephants have 8 to 10 family members. And the males leave their family groups when they're about 10 years old. So if you're a boy elephant, when you turn 10, you're out. You go find a new group to hang out with. But elephants do bond for life. Okay. And so what elephants eat? Elephants are considered herbivores. Do you know what a herbivore is, guys? What is it?
Herbivores are animals that eat plants.
You are very right. So elephants are considered herbivores, and they eat 100 to 200 pounds of plant material every single day. Now, the African elephants living in Africa, they mostly eat grass during the wet season, and then during the dry season, they tend to eat more leaves, twigs, tree bark, and the branches. Asian elephants, they usually eat bamboo when it's growing, and then when it's not, they add tree branches during the seasons when it's not growing. And elephants are considered nature's gardeners because they change the landscape. They dig for their watering holes. When they're moving, they trample on footpaths, which make new pathways, and they usually open up habitats. Here, I'm going to show you the size relation. So if you look at this picture, here is a person, and here is these are both African elephants, and they are very tall. And they are very tall, and then these are all the different types of Asian elephant subspecies that there are. Now, elephants have their own special day called World Elephant Day, and that is celebrated on August 12th. So back in 2012, they wanted to bring to light that elephants were becoming endangered. Most elephant species are considered endangered or vulnerable of becoming endangered. So they created Worldwide Elephant Day. And so that is celebrated, like I said, on August 12th. And it's just kind of to show how much elephants are loved and respected, because we could someday lose these beautiful creatures if they keep staying endangered. Now, if you look at these pictures, this one, the biggest elephant is the African savanna bush elephant, okay? And that elephant stands 11 to 13 feet tall. So just think, I'm 5'1". That would be like two of me standing on top of each other, and I'd still need a little bit more to reach the size of the biggest elephant. And then over here,
That's tall.
That is very tall. And then we have the forest elephant. That is the smallest elephant of all of them, and it's only 8 feet tall. So it's a little bit shorter. And then we have the Asian elephant that stands 10 feet tall. Okay. So those are all the different kinds of elephants. What facts do you guys know about elephants? Why don't you guys tell me what you guys know? Anybody know anything about elephants?
Yes, I do.
What do you know?
When it's really hot out in summer, they cover themselves with mud to keep them cooled off.
They do. Good job.
You listed off all of the facts I know.
I listed off all the facts you know.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes. What else do you know?
That the trunk that takes in water is their part of their nose.
It is. You're very right. Okay, I am going to show you guys just a fun little video. It's from The Jungle Book. It's one of my favorite movies. And it's just the elephant march. I'm going to show you that. So, this. Like, there we go.
Oh no, don't patrol again. Oh, the aim of our patrol is a question rather droll. For
its regulations.
March!
The other way. Turn around.
2, 3, 4, keep it up. 2, 3, 4. Hooray!
And that's it. That's just a cute little clip from the Jungle Book. I like that movie. I like the elephants in that movie. Okay, so you saw that they were marching. So do you guys know how far an elephant will march in a day? How far?
Ooh, I found something.
How far do you think an elephant will march in a day?
Never mind. It was something like that. Now
It's okay. So an elephant will march up to 50 miles a day. They will they mostly do it because they spend their day trying to find water so they can keep themselves hydrated. So they could walk anywhere up to 50 miles a day. Okay. So did you guys like the science experiment today? Good. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, this week we are learning all about the zoo. So tomorrow it'll be all about cats. So lions, bears, lions, tigers, just about any animal you can think of that's a cat at the zoo, we will be learning about. So I hope you enjoy the zoo with me this week.
wait, do we need any materials for tomorrow?
Nope, this week you guys just got a coloring book. Any materials, if I do any science experiments or anything, I will show you guys what was used, and a couple of them are actually on the website. So like the elephant toothpaste we did today, if you'd want to do that at home with your parents, you can look on the website and get the ingredients and the instructions on how to do it, and you can do it yourself at home. And then you can always take pictures and make sure you're posting your stuff on the website. I know they posted a couple of videos of who our winners were for the last couple weeks, so make sure if you're doing stuff at home, you're posting, sharing us your pictures and your videos so that you guys can be earning prizes, okay? I hope to see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.